Reality recap.
Hi, Evelyn. Yes, I know you have the reunion. Yes, we have 2 more episodes. And then we have the reunion, of course.
I look like the slay. I look like a mom. She was like, you the one that look like you got a high body count hair. I fell the fuck out, y'all.
Candace, has Deborah reached out to you to apologize after the episode aired showing Chris did not flirt with her?
She wouldn't dare. She would get eaten for breakfast.
Oh boy.
No, she's doubling down.
Why would you go meet with Ray J without talking to Princess or letting her know why? Like, she's trying to justify that she told her after the fact and not supposed to make it.
What do you think of your ex-husband Jim coming out and saying you did not try to stop him from suing Shannon and Tamara?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, if his memory is a little foggy about what transpired back then, that's okay. However, he did admit that I had nothing to do with the
Reality recap. Reality recap.
I was double muted. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's try that again. Happy Tuesday. It is your girl V with Reality Recap here for another Tea Talk session. Thank you, Lily. I appreciate it for letting me know. But yeah, we are live streaming right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm a little early today, guys. I know. I apologize. Y'all know life be life and mom life always comes first. And I'll let you in on a little secret. My daughter is joining the track team. At 5 years old, she is joining track. So I have a meeting to become a track mom a little later today. So I have to get this live done now. So thank you for joining in. But if you can't watch this live in its entirety, if you miss it, no worries. Y'all know what to do. Click the link in my bio if you're watching from Instagram or from Facebook, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss a thing when it comes to these daily recaps of your favorite reality TV shows. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook so you have all the latest gossip and reality happening in these streets. All right, so let's get started with Love and Hip Hop Miami. Last night's episode, we start out with Gael. She's chasing Bobby down, calling him like crazy, kind of acting like her son. Now, I told y'all about Gael's son, right? I told y'all that he's in the news down there in Florida for stalking. He was, locked up again. I did a whole piece on it. It's on my page, but her son, she seems to have some tendencies like her son, just being honest. Like the way she is obsessing over Angela, the way she's calling Bobby. But she finally, thank you for dropping by, Lily. I appreciate it. I appreciate that so much. You agree with my recap. Thank you. But yeah, so Gael, she's obsessing over trying to get back in the group and turning over a new leaf, as she says, when it comes to being a new person and following in the same footsteps as Angela, formerly known as Black China. But y'all make sure y'all watch that piece I did. It's a video on my Instagram and Facebook. I see if I could put it on YouTube too. But there is a whole news article. There's a whole news piece that was recently done on Gael's son. The victim actually reached out to me asking if I could help share the story of her son, stalking her, trying to break into her home. He has prior charges as well. Seems to maybe not be all there. So y'all take a look at that. But Gael is kind of showing some of those same tendencies. But yeah, she finally finds Bobby after calling him. She wants to get back in the group. She actually was upset that no one showed up to her grand opening, as if, and they did the flashback to show like she's gotten to it. She goes to other people's events and act a fool. She got into it with Trina. She got into it with even Flo at times. She got in it with Zoe, everybody, Shay. Like she gets into it with everyone. So for her to act so shocked that nobody showed up to her re-grand opening is comical. But she has come up with this grand idea of planning a trip. Even though the last time they went on a trip, she ended up sleeping with Amada baby daddy. But she thinks that a trip is going to solve all their issues, and she's asking Bobby to help her with it. We'll see how that goes. Bobby's saying he's willing to plan the trip, and she kind of like, or just be the host of it to get people to come, and she can work on it behind the scenes. So we'll see if she's really a changed person. And we'll see if anybody even shows up for this trip. But that's what Gael is on. We also saw Shay talk to her mom, and she tells her mom that she's dating again. And she tells her mom that she's dating a man named Mike Nasty, that he has several businesses he owns in Colombia, Mexico, and Pennsylvania, and that he has a prior arrest record. He has a charge on him. What would you be thinking as a mom if that's what your daughter came to tell you, that she's dating a Mike Nasty with several businesses in Mexico, Colombia, and Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania, right? We're all thinking the same thing here. So I just thought it was a bit soon. I don't know. Why do women do that sometimes? Everybody you go on a date with is not going to be a potential husband, right? Sometimes, I don't know. When I was single, I didn't stress about being in a relationship. I had fun. It wasn't that serious, and I didn't go on every date hoping to find my match and like all of that. Like if I even allowed anybody to date me, but it was just to have this conversation with her mom. I get this thing is filmed over a couple of months, but we just seen her on the first date with Mike Nasty. We don't even know Mike Nasty real name. So why are we talking about this with her mom? It seemed a bit soon, but she, seems to be ahead of the, kind of jumping the gun in my opinion, where he said everything on the first date that she wanted to hear. Don't they all? But I just feel like she's not doing her due diligence. I talked about this with RHOA yesterday. As a public figure, you can't just go on a dating app, swipe right, and then say, you know what, I'm going to bring him on the show and he's going to meet my mom. Like, you got to do some investigation. You got to do some due diligence here, because come on, like, you have to. You're a public figure. Are you looking to be embarrassed, or maybe it helps your storyline? I don't know, but I just felt like overall it was too soon to be talking to her mom about that. But her mom said, "You know what? I want to meet him because I was right about Fable. I can see him in a different light than you can. I want to meet him. So bring him to my video release party, music video release party, because yes, Shay's mom, Sandra, is getting into the music business. The song that she made with MJ last season that was meant to be motivational to Shay over her breakup with Fabo, where she came in and threw the cake and didn't feel like it was a celebration. They have turned that song into a music video. So Sandra's getting into the music business. She wants Shay to bring Mike Nasty to the party, the release party, so that she can meet and talk to him. So she agrees to do that, and we'll get into how that went in a few. And surprisingly, we then switch over to Amada. We see Amada inviting someone. She has someone coming over. She says it's someone from her past. Everybody's been showing up. I'm like, damn, is it MJ coming over to get the little raggedy stuff he left behind a few years ago, or what? But it's actually Alan's mother. And it was the strangest conversation ever. So Alan's mother comes in and says that she's had a change of heart about Amada because she hasn't really been nice to her in the past. But she's had a change of heart about Amada, that Alan told her that she loves Amada, that he loves Amada. And I'm saying, we're having this conversation as if Alan is not a married man. That's why I'm confused. So she asked about that. Well, really not her. Amada mom comes into the room, and she seems to be the only one with some damn sense in this scene, because she's saying like, yo, he's married. He's happily married. That's what he said to you. Why would you entertain having more children with him? That's embarrassing. That's degrading to you. He's married. Like, and Alan's mother saying, well, he'll leave his wife for you. He'll make a choice and he'll leave his wife for you. But Alan's not saying that. she's also saying, you don't want to have your kids with another man. They won't be as cute. How you know that? Alan ain't that cute. Sorry to break the news to you. Like, he's not that cute. His hair is thinning. He's not that great of a prize, if you ask me. And what does he do? I know that when he first met Amanda, she was saying that he kind of got her into the real estate game and she had different properties and, investments. But is that what he does? Because we don't see him doing anything. I don't know. But traveling back and forth and, playing part-time dad. That's all we really see. So I don't know. I feel like MJ is the better choice for Amada, but she's too blind to see that. We sometimes do that, right? Like we want the one that ain't no good for us. We want the one that we got to chase around. And she does have children with him, understandable. But MJ, although he wasn't making a whole lot of money, and that was her issue with him when she broke up with him, I never got the impression that he was trying to mooch off of her, use her. He was just trying to get his music career off the ground. And the song that he made to her last week was actually really good. So sometimes I feel like there's a lesson in that, right? Sometimes it's not going to be the man that you meet, a good man is not always going to be a millionaire, but does he have a dream? Does he have motivation? Can you get behind his task at hand, right? And help him become that millionaire or that stable financial man that you're looking for. You got to, he actually does have talent and really does love her even after she slept with his friend and had twins. He still is pursuing her. So that just says a lot when he's pursuing you and Alan is stringing you along. I fear that she's not gonna see that and continue to chase after Alan. But her mom really was advocating for him like he wants to be in a relationship with Amada, but he does not show that on the cameras at all. And Amada's mom is really giving her free game. Like, don't you fall for that. Don't you take him back. He sat in your face and told you he happily married and it's none of your business when that started to happen. Like, you are gonna look silly. This is humiliating. This is degrading for you. Why would you I beg a man to put it in the cup for you to have more kids when he ain't taking care of the two you already got? And she hears her mom, but wants what Alan's mom, what she's saying to be true. And it's like, girl, the writing's on the wall. How old are your twins now? You've been going through this forever on our screens, girl. But she wants to she keeps that family hope alive. I think it also has to do with Amada and her father, and the relationship that they didn't necessarily have, that she doesn't want this broken home. And sadly, that's part of a big reason, I think, driving her to continue to chase Alan around. But she wants what Alan's mom to be true, that he's going to leave his wife for her. I swear, y'all, I'm trying to find this wife. I need to talk to her. I need to have a conversation, an interview with Alan's wife, because does she not watch this show? Why is she even still around? Like, I'm so confused on what's really happening with that. If I can't find her, I'm definitely going to reach out to Alan and see if I can get an interview, because I just don't understand. I need clarity, honey. And I don't think I'm going to get it through interviewing Amada. I need to talk to Alan at this point. He might lie to me too. He lying to Amada, but I just need some more information. But anyways, we also see Trina last night. She and her husband have their first big blow up. Swerve seems to be struggling with the public scrutiny of their relationship. They put some of the comments up on the screen. I was hollering saying he looking like he need deodorant and all this other stuff. I was cracking up, but that's a part of the game. Welcome to the strip game, partner. But yeah, that's what happens when you're dating a public figure. So he's trying to adjust to that, as well as sometimes her diva Hollywood moods that she seems to have thrown, because he woke her up earlier and she needed more sleep. So they had their first big blow up. He suggests counseling, and he ends up going on his own to counseling. And long story short, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, because I'm not really interested in their storyline, but he goes to seek guidance from a pastor who tries to tell him, hey, you got the tools. You growed up. He said he growed up with his grandparents because his parents were young and really couldn't handle having a child, and he saw that relationship, long lasting, supportive marriage. So that's what he's trying to mirror with Trina. And the pastor said, you got some tools, you just need some more, and trying to help him navigate the public having a say on the things Trina said while on her book tour, that he has to turn over all his money to her, and she's in control of everything financial. People saying that she brought home ring. Hell, I said it. I think it as well. We ain't seen him flip no homes or do no real estate on the show either, but yeah, he's trying to deal with what comes out of her mouth on the interview and the things that people have to say and judge about it, and also judging them on this show as well. So we'll see how that unfolds, but it seems like he's very, very bothered by it. We didn't get to Joy. We saw Joy last night. Joy's ready to get serious with Trick Daddy's ex-girlfriend. Yeah, she's dating his ex-girlfriend, So Unique. She pops up at her music video, at So Unique's music video, where it's a red balloon themed video. Y'all know how to do the video, and they pop in the red balloon. She twerking and dancing. Joy gets seemingly upset, goes on set, and start popping everybody's red balloon. And she pulls her to the side and tell her, like, she's not ready to put a label on it, but she's ready to get more serious and try things at a, dating girlfriend level. That seems like a title to me, hey? But that she's at that level with So Unique, and they're going to try it out and see how it goes. I hope it goes better than it did with Trick. So they are seemingly seriously dating. We'll see what happens. So Unique do got a big booty though. And she look good, like body wise. Face is alright. But So Unique, she just has a sex appeal about her. Like, hell, maybe I'd try to date her too if I was in Joy's shoes. So we'll see what happens with that. They gonna try it out. Alan then goes to visit Amada's house. Amada's not home. And he runs into Amada's mother, who's telling him, like, look here, what you want with Amada? Why you coming around here? Don't string my daughter along. Stop playing with her. I need you to clarify for me, because your mama came over here saying you love her, you gonna leave her wife. Is that true? Tell me your intentions with my daughter. And he I guess felt ambushed, but they were valid questions. He just didn't know that his mother had came over to the house and told Amada these things. So he's like, listen, I need to talk to Amada. Hi, Summer's Finest. Thank you for checking in. And he's saying, listen, I need to talk to Amada. And Amada's mother says, well, she out with MJ. Why are these mothers on the show always telling where their children are? My father would never. I said that last night. Like, my father would never be telling my business so somebody can pop up on me unexpectedly. Like, we saw Shay mother do that, telling MJ where ladies' night was, and he out there with a cowboy hat singing his song, even though it was a good song though. Yeah, and then we got Amada's mother telling that she out with MJ and making it seem like now she need a dating show. Amada do. She could be the next Flavor Flav. Like, she could have a dating show. She need one and Shay need one. They need one together. They need to do a dueling dating show. I would watch it. You are absolutely right, Summer's Finest. But I just was like, why is her mother telling where she is and then making it seem like she's personally out on a date with MJ when she clearly just went to the video release party? But he's like, MJ. He mad at MJ as if he didn't steal Amada from MJ. But he goes looking for her and he finds her, right? So in the midst of, I guess, him looking for Amada, we do go to the actual video release party. We see the video. It's such a positive video with a positive message with MJ and with his mom. It's a positive message and video. Everybody's there. Everything's going okay. But then Pinky Doll is there. And we already know Amada and Pinky Doll, they went back and forth 1 or 2 episodes ago because they both was auditioning, didn't know. They both thought they had the role in Ray J's One Wish movie, the Spanish version. That will never see the light of day. But they got their little beef. So they asked, like, yo, what's going on between y'all? And Amada said, look, I feel like it's more Ray J's fault. that, and it was that he kind of pinned us against each other. And yeah, you're talking about Amada's mother. Yeah, she definitely was trying to make Alan jealous. But for what? You don't even want her to be with Alan. None of us do. So why try to make him jealous? Just say, okay, she'll holler at you when she get home, but she ain't here right now. Like, well, I don't know what she is. My father would never tell where I'm at for nobody to pull up on me like that. He would never. But yeah, so Amada and Pinky Doll they have a back and forth because Amada saying, "Look, I feel like it was Ray J's fault." Pinky saying, "Nah, you came in on some like you better than me, and you're not." And now it's a catty bickering back and forth. Pinky Doll is just not making a good impression or around town, other than people knowing her for her TikToks and probably trying to use her for some followers, but not making a good impression. And everybody keeps getting at her and using the same line. Like Ray J said, "Oh, I don't eat chicken sandwiches for a living." And Mata said, "You eat hot dogs for a living. You wish you was me. You wish you had a career, music career or acting career, and you don't. You want to be me." So they went back and forth. In the midst of them arguing back and forth, who arrives uninvited to MJ's event? Alan. Alan pulls up. Summer's Finest said, "What is Pinky Doll even doing on the show, girl? I'll tell you why, but I don't know." She moved all the way from Canada because she did a TikTok video with Timbaland. And it almost comes off like you a big Martin fan, Summer's Finest. So when Martin had the conversation with about coming to Hollywood with Varnell Hill, and Varnell Hill said, "Man, that's Hollywood talk. You ain't coming to my house with the lake with the catfish for real." So she did a TikTok video on Timbaland mentioned that he, I guess, wanted to do music with her, would be interested in that. She took that as he's endorsing her. He's going to help her make music, make an album. And she moves all the way to Miami and can't even get in touch with Timbaland. It seems like she's going to get in touch. Picky better pick up the pieces. Yeah, she need a kazoo, honey, because the music she put out already is trash, just being honest. But it seems like she's finally going to get in touch with Timbaland in the upcoming episode, only because she talks to Miami Tip. And Miami Tip, y'all know she tried to help Suki with her music career. It seems like she may steps in and help her get in contact with Timbaland. Does he look excited to see her in the clip I saw of the preview of the next episode? Absolutely not. But yeah, it seemed like Timbaland hit her with the Varnell Hill. It was just some Hollywood talk, but we'll see. That's what she's apparently doing on this show, trying to start her music career, but not making many friends. So we will see. But yeah, while they're bickering and arguing back and forth, Alan shows up and Amada's surprised, as they all were, saying like, how'd you know I was here? MJ is instantly upset because he wants to try to get Amada back. He invited her for that purpose. Well, really, his mother invited her because everybody's mama's in everybody's business, like they not grown, but he's trying to get her back. Instantly, Shay is upset because Shay is, remembering what Alan said to Amada. And I told y'all, I don't even know how Alan was allowed back on the show, because we all know what happened to Erica Mena on her Blue Monkey comment to Spice. And this man said on the show last season, he called her ghetto. He said nobody wants your black ass. So I'm confused as to how he was even allowed back on the show to change his image or say that he's not proud of himself. I mean, Flo's still on here, so I guess because they're on different networks, maybe it's a different policy. I don't know, because we have one show is on VH1, one is on MTV. I don't know. Maybe there's some differences there, but I don't even know why he was allowed back. So Shay, she got beef with him because first of all, she taking all her anger out on Alan that she got for Fabo, because Fabo don't do for her child, the same as Alan don't do for Amada. So there is some misdirected anger in there as well. But Shay's never gonna miss a moment to turn up ever. So while Alan and Amada is sitting down, Shay start yelling across the room, "What you doing here, bitch? What you doing here?" And yeah, you called my friend a black bitch. What you doing here? She yelling at him, telling him he better get out of here. And then she throws Mike Nasty in it. And let's pause for a minute. Mike Nasty did have a conversation with Shay's mom. I don't feel like Shay's mom asked the right questions, y'all. We did not get into the businesses that he has in Mexico, Colombia, and Pennsylvania. It's giving street pharmacists. And we need to get to the bottom of what these businesses is. He was telling her the same good answers that he was telling Shay, that he don't disrespect women. That'll be Elisa who worries, that he can handle her feistiness, but he hasn't even seen that side of her yet. But he saw it last night, and that he's just the most even level-headed man there is. But we didn't get into the nitty-gritty of what are the businesses or anything like that. And we're also telling a lot of Shay's business in that conversation about Fable and how he keep running over her and doing her dirty and doing her wrong, and just letting him know, so if she allowed it with him, she gonna allow it with me. Cool. Y'all gotta stop telling y'all business. Stop. Stop telling what happened in your previous relationship to that level. Just stop. But yeah, that conversation, I expected more out of Mama Sandra. I wanted her to really ask him the questions, because what does he do? I don't know. But he there dressed in a blazer and jeans and sneakers. Okay. So we get back to this argument where Shay is yelling out at Alan and calling him all types of names and seemingly telling him he can step outside. MJ is yelling, he wants to fight too. And then Shay says, Mike Nasty, you see that big dude over there? Mike Nasty gonna get at you as well. So you in the wrong, this not your territory. You in the wrong place, Jack, basically is what they're telling him. And at first, Mike looking like, now why am I in it? But then he started unbuttoning his button down and took off his blazer and let them boobs hang. And he was ready to fight too. So they separate them. They're all outside, and they allow for Amada and Alan to have a conversation. And this is where I almost shed a tear for Amada, until I remembered she already knew this man was married. But she's crying to him. He's saying that he don't never give her a yes or no answer on are they going to be together. He strings her along, and she doesn't deserve it. She's a good woman. She's a good mom. She just keeps hoping that he will see that and that their family would be together. But if they're not, and then she's going to continue to be a single mom and have a broken home, why can't he just tell her that? Like, please stop doing this to her. Don't do this anymore. Please just give me a straight answer. And he's still not able to give her that. He's just looking and saying he don't know. He tries to console her, and she says, don't touch me, and she walks off. So that's how the episode ended. Again, I just feel like sometimes we don't see what's right in front of our faces. I really feel like, number one, she shouldn't have never left MJ. MJ may not have had a whole bunch of money, but he also, in my opinion, was not trying to mooch off her or use her. Not sure what the ex-girlfriend was telling her to get into her ear, but he just was a man trying to make his music big. And she should have not left. Hi, the rewatch said, him being married is the answer. Well, we know that, but clearly she doesn't. And said, what the fuck more does she need to hear? Like, right. I don't know why she even had the children with him. It sounds like, without getting clarity, I'm going to reach out to Alan. I really want to interview him. Hell, I want to interview his wife, but I really want to understand, because it seems like from what Amada says that he may have fed her this story, like they all say. That's what Jasmine's saying on the ATL, but she was fed a story that the marriage wasn't going well, like it was on the rocks or maybe on the verge of ending. Still wouldn't have slept with him and had no babies with him or tried no relationship until it was completely over. That's her fault. But she is holding on to that. And then we saw when he said, "Me and my wife is good," and she's like, "Since when?" He's like, "That's none of your business." So he's already told you he's happy with his wife. He even said to you he has to ask his wife before he can put it in the cup with you, and yet he don't want to put it in the cup. He want to get in the bed with you. So it's really not making any sense to me. And that's what I said. I almost felt bad for her until I remember, like, she almost had me crying, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. I almost shed a tear. And I said, wait a minute, she knew this man was married. He ain't hoodwinked because she already knew that. Someone's trying to say if he didn't get a divorce yet, he not getting a divorce. That part. And also, why is the wife not getting a divorce? I've come up with so many scenarios in my head. I do believe his wife is in DR. Said maybe maybe his wife doesn't speak English, doesn't watch the show. It's not broadcasted in the part of DR that she is. I've come up with all types of stuff in my head as to why the wife wouldn't even be trying to file a divorce. Forget Alan leaving her. Why is she not leaving him? I don't get it. I have no idea, if it's not on her TV or what, but I have to reach out to Alan. That is my goal. I'll reach out to Amada too and see what her side of the story is or what she could tell us, if I could get an interview with either one of them. But I'm very curious to understand, like, or hear from this wife. If the mom showed up on the show, I'm hoping eventually she will show up as well. But, in the preview clip for next week, we see that we're still going to be at this music release party that they're trying to fight still outside of the club, MJ and Allen. So we'll see more of that. That's what we will start off at. The rewatch said he's Dominican. Oh, he ain't never leaving his wife. No, he's from DR. Amada ain't the only one he got kids with. Is that that's how the Dominican men do? I don't know. But hey, I believe you if you say it. Hell, all men like that. I ain't gonna say all of them, but you can find something like that in every culture. So I believe it to be true. But yeah, so I ain't even gonna say poor Amada. Amada got to put her big girl panties on and realize she put herself in this situation. And also, I hope she gives MJ a chance because anybody willing to still pursue you, write a song, show up after you done slept with his friend and had twins with him, he seems like a rider. You might want to see if you can make that work. And he could also probably be a great father figure and present in your children's life. But I ain't gonna say we, not everybody, but sometimes we just always want what we can't have. We always want to make it work with the one that don't want to make it work with us. But we'll see if she gets it together. MJ ain't get a chance to shoot his shot or try to make things happen. Hi, Toria. He ain't get a chance to do that because old Allen popped up on the scene. So we'll see them try to tussle with security holding them back next week. Y'all know they ain't gonna get to each other and actually tussle. And we'll see where we go from there. Will she open up her eyes? Will she let it go? What is Alan gonna say? Is he gonna respond? Because he had no words for her. Is he gonna leave his wife? Absolutely not, but we'll see. Y'all holding out hope for Amada? Let me know. Yep, Tori, that's what we was just saying. Amada don't get no sympathy. She is grown. She know what she got herself into. It is what it is. So I said I almost shed a tear for her last night because she was really crying. I said, "Oh, I forgot. You already knew he was married." And I went like this. I said, "Oop, can't even do it." But yeah, so and MJ, are you saying Summer's Finest that MJ is corny? He looks sad and corny. I mean, I'm kind of tired of the hats in every single color. At this point, while pursuing the music, he should try to start a hat line. That probably would be profitable for him because he been wearing them derbies since he got on this show. He got it in every single color, and now he done expanded his line. He had a cowboy hat on. He should try that lane. He definitely did. He definitely could. Said this is a whole married man, and she asking him to tell her no. Yep, Rewatch said that on Instagram story. It basically said like he's married. That is the no. That is your answer. What answer are you looking for? So, and not, and not Amada pissing you off. I think she pissing a lot of people off. And you said him MJ do have a hat line. Okay, good. Good. He got a hat line. He should. Because he got it in every color. I don't see nobody else wearing them. I don't know. Well, maybe that is profitable for him, and then he's expanding into the cowboy hats. But yeah, I think, like I said, I just feel like MJ, he may not be a millionaire. Every guy that is good to you, a good man, is not all millionaires, right? But if he has a plan, he has a vision, you believe in his talent, you want to support him through it, then y'all get there together. Sometimes you got to build with a good man. Good man don't come with millions of dollars. So but yeah, those are my thoughts on Love and Hip Hop Miami, guys. I was a little early today. I told y'all my daughter is signing up for track at 5 years old. Child, I think she gonna do good. Y'all know my husband is Jamaican, so she got it in there. I think she ready. So we're going. I gotta go do that tonight. Gotta go to a track meeting. So I had to get on here a little early. So if you didn't see this live in its entirety, y'all already know it's gonna be up on YouTube as soon as the live ends. You can watch the full episode or recap there. Make sure you comment. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. YouTube channel is in the link in my bio. It's also running across my screen here. You can subscribe or find me on YouTube at Reality Recap 2876. And I appreciate y'all for coming in, stopping by, commenting. For those that were able to catch me on, I appreciate y'all. Sneak peek is up of Love and Hip Hop ATL. I'll also put up a sneak peek of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So I will be back tomorrow with the recap of Love and Hip Hop ATL. And Thursday, I will do the recap of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And don't forget, we back on Saturdays, y'all. Love During Lockup starts this Friday, a brand new season. I put up the trailer for you. I got another sneak peek I'm going to drop for y'all tomorrow on Love After Lockup. So we back in the building. And I'm going to confirm, but I'll let you know, Tia, from the last season of Love After Lockup, she's supposed to come on and help recap and let us know her thoughts on the new season. It looks a hot mess, y'all, and I'm ready for it. So y'all look out for that. Set your alerts. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss a thing. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook so you are up on all the reality. All right. Now, before I get out of here, as I always say, reality stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It is your girl with Reality Recap. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great evening. Peace.